What if you could have a proposal generation system that as soon as you finish a meeting with a potential client, takes your meeting transcript, grabs the key points from it, and then builds a custom proposal specifically based on a template that you would have already created? This is exactly what I'm going to show you how to build in this video. So to start off, I'm just going to detail this in terms of the steps that would be needed, and then we'll go ahead and build this out in make.com. So first, we'll need obviously to have a meeting transcript, right? So this is how it all starts. So here we'll have two people speaking, and we need something to actually record what they are saying. Many software actually do this. What I want to do is have something that as soon as the meeting finishes, triggers a whole scenario that I would have built. And there are many different software that are able to do this. The thing is that you need to find something that integrates with the system of your choice. For example, there are solutions that only integrate with Zapier, solutions that only integrate with Make, solutions that don't integrate with anything. So I'm going to show you a tool that grabs transcript, and this would be kind of the trigger to actually start the automation. The tool I'm going to use, that I've been using for a few months, is called Tactic, and so far I love it. Number 3, we're going to start a make.com scenario, and some of the main components of this would actually be take transcript, identify key points, and C, present this in a specific format. And this is crucial because what we want is we want to have specific variables that we can use that we can then, in step 4, insert into template. So essentially this is the whole flow that we will be building. So let's start from the end. And we need to have a template. So here I have a normal Google Doc, and I will use Claude and say I want to build a, let's say, a template for a proposal system that will take variables and insert them into this template. I run an AI automation agency. Which variables will be required? So I'm literally starting from scratch here. So prepared by, date, valid until, executive summary, client, company has expressed interest, current challenges, proposed solutions, okay. Project scope, deliverables, timeline, investment, ROI, okay. Let's just remove this. Just for simplicity's sake, let's remove, and let's remove that. So let's just remove this and this. So next, I just want to take this and put it into a Google document. But before I do, so instead having the variables in a square bracket, I want them between two opening curly quotes or two opening curly brackets and two closing curly brackets, because this will be key when it comes to using this as a template in make.com. So essentially, I can copy this now, and if I paste this in here, actually I need to convert Markdown to HTML. So I use a tool like Markdown to HTML.com, and then I can paste in this proposal. So now, after a call is done, if I have all these variables here, I can take a transcript and literally have a proposal generated like so. So let's call this proposal template. So this is the first part. Now, if we go back to here, the template we have created. So now we need to create a make.com scenario that is able to take the transcript, identify the key points, and present this in a specific form. As I mentioned, I'm using this tactic software right here. So essentially what this does is it comes into your meetings, and then once a meeting finishes, it generates a Google document with all the information in it. The thing is that it can also update files to Google Drive. So if I open this, it will then show you what was actually said in the meeting. Then you have the full meeting transcript right here. So this will be key. The thing is that in Make, you can also look for Google Drive, and you can trigger something when a file is updated. So you can watch files in a folder. So triggers when a file is created or modified in a selected folder. So this would be the potential trigger for your situation. You could also have a form that you fill in. So there are different ways how to trigger this. In my case, just for the sake of this automation, I'm just going to go to Google Doc, and I'm going to get the contents of a document. So here, in this case, I'm going to pass this directly through a document ID. In your case, you can watch files in a Google Drive. So this will trigger when this tactic would have recorded your meeting, and then have a summary that is ready, or have a transcript that is ready to go. But in my case, I'm just going to create a new document. So docs.new. And in this document, I'm going to pretend that this is what would have been said in our meeting. So if I look back at my proposal here, I know that I need to speak about these solutions. So for the sake of this video, let's just do this. Okay, and we can have this over here. What I'm going to do also is go to voice typing, and I'm going to pretend that I'm speaking to someone at the other end, asking them about their problems, their solutions, what they have tried, and anything else in between, what they're looking for. And let's say that for this situation, to make it even more specific, I'm dictating myself what was said during the call. But this would obviously be whatever the transcript of the call would be. So I just had a call with an agency called Clients Inc. And they want me to build a proposal system for them that allows them to take any meetings they have with their clients and create a custom proposal for them. That is the main objective, because at the moment they are having challenges when it comes to actually closing more clients, because some of them are falling down the cracks because they are not able to follow with them on time. They are also not able to create personalized proposals quickly enough, which means that they are spending way too much time on generating these proposals manually by hand. What I have suggested is that I want to create an automation that takes any meeting transcript that they have and then turns it into a fully fledged customized proposal system. In terms of the deliverables, they will get access to this customized workflow. They will also get ongoing support for the first 3 months, and they will also get email access to me in the future should they require further updates. The project will start next week once they sign the proposal, and phase 1 will include an MVP that will help them test it out as they want. For phase 2, they will be able to test it and use it with current clients. And finally, it will be deployed within the next 3 months. Today's date is the 2nd of November, so this is just for reference. In terms of the pricing, there will be a setup fee of $5,000 with a monthly maintenance fee of $500. There will be no additional services offered as of now. the ROI that they will expect to get would be an annual savings of $30,000 because they will be able to replace a full-time person that is currently doing this. In terms of next steps, they need to sign this proposal and get back to me within the next week. The payment terms are 50% paid upon project start and the rest upon completion. Okay, so that would be something that maybe I'm summarizing the meeting that I had with the clients. But again, in this case, or in the real life situation, this would be the meeting transcript. So let's call this meeting transcript. I'm going to copy the document ID there. If I go back to here, let's just start with that meeting ID. So here we said we have a make.com scenario where we take the transcript, we identify the key points, and we present this in a specific format. Great. So what I am interested in now is, with the help of Claude, I want to identify, so I want to create a JSON string that incorporates all these variables in this format. Because what I want is I want to pass this to an AI that will be able to analyze the chat transcript and give me all the variables I need in order to create the actual proposal. So, in this format, so let's say that the first variable would be client name or client company. Client company goes here. The second one would be agency name. Just remove that and make this correct JSON. Agency name goes here. And let's see what Claude will do. Okay, so just created all those variables. So let's copy this, go back to make.com. And now, after we get the contents of this document, we'll be able to have an OpenAI, create a completion. And let's go with something like this model. We're going to have JSON as the output, and we're going to add a system message. You analyze a chat transcript and pull out key information from it. We're going to add a message here, a user message. This is the chat transcript. So I'm going to get the text content from my Google Doc. Identify the key message, the key concepts or the key variables in this transcript and return them to me in JSON format. Use this format. I'm going to paste the stuff from Claude. I'm also going to say the first output character should be open curly bracket and the last one should be close curly bracket. Do not output anything else. And then, once we have the variables from here, we just need to ensure that we have parsed the response. So we get information that we can immediately use. So we have, yes, can set that to empty. So it uses the maximum amount of tokens available. And then what we want to do is in Google Docs, we create a document from a template. So the template will be this one right here. So I can map the document ID, and this will immediately pull, or rather, let's go by drop down. I think this might be better. Proposal template. Yep, document location. Let's put this in the root. Now, the problem is that this didn't find any variables for some reason. Contains tags like which it should do immediately. Okay. Let's try again. Create a document from template. So proposal template. Okay, now it did. So you can see that this is pretty much the same. But yeah, for some reason, the first one didn't pull all the variables I had. So now I'll have to run this once. So then I can use any variables that ChatGPT identifies to create my new proposal. So I can unlink this for now, leave that like so, save this, and I'm going to run this once. So this will get the contents of the case or the call transcript in the live version, and it will create the key data for it. So it got the client company, it got the agency name, which is empty, proposal date, which I mentioned is the 2nd of November, so that's good. It didn't grab the expire date, it grabbed everything else in terms of solutions, expected outcomes, and so on and so forth. Annual savings, payment terms, so that's great. Now, what we can do here is, first of all, we need to ensure that in the real life version, we have all these variables created. Because if not, it would look a bit funky when it comes to the actual completed document. But in our case, let's unlink and relink this, because it seems that it didn't get the information from here. So I can go and yeah, still not working well. So let me refresh this, because I want to be able to access all the variables from this OpenAI result. So let's try again. Proposal system. And now I get all the information from there. So client company, can pass that there. Agency name, can pass that there. Proposal date. So essentially you're doing this for all the variables. Let me just pause the video here for a sec. Okay, so that took a few minutes and I just completed all the variables here. What is important is that in your specific case, you would first of all use the variables that you want and removing anything that you don't want. And that in your call, you hit on all the points that are important, because then this is crucial to having the new proposal generated correctly. So here I had a title, new proposal generated, choose a location. So let's put this in the root of my Google Drive and hit OK. Now, if I run this once, it should build a new, oops, I think I had stopped. Yeah, let's run it again. So this will build a new proposal for me that is based on this template, but at the same time taking the information from the Google Doc that I provided, which in our case, in the real life version, would be the meeting transcript. So to recap, we had the meeting transcript that we then pass to make.com as the transcript. We identify the key points using ChatGPT, and we present this in a specific format in our template. So if we look back here, we now have this new document. If I open that, I get this new document. Obviously, there are some fields that are empty. So here, client sync AI automation proposal, can remove this. The date today is correct. Executive summary, client Inc. has expressed interest in leveraging AI to build a proposal system that creates custom proposal from meeting transcripts. This proposal outlines our recommendation approach to achieve reduced time spent on generating proposals manually, leading to more close clients through strategic AI automation. Good. What I would do is give it examples of what types of summaries I'm looking for. I would also have a look at that, because I see some spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, so we'll have a look at improving that. Current challenges, so they have clients falling through the cracks as well due to lack of follow-up, inability to create proposals that are personalized quickly. Proposed solution, our team is empty, so it's going to be we will implement the following AI automation solutions, automated proposal system, and the second one is empty. So for the first one, technology stack, automation for meeting transcript, project starts next week, MVP, phase 1, final deployment within 2 months. Good. project scope, customize workflow access, ongoing support, email access. The timeline starts next week. Completion phase 1. Great. Setup fee is 5K. Monthly maintenance 5,000. No additional services. So here they didn't make the calculation itself. So this can be something to improve as well. ROI, terms and conditions. I mentioned this, 50% upon project starts and the rest upon completion. And next steps. So sign the proposal, get back within the next week. So is it perfect? No, but definitely something that you can build on and make it your own. And like this, just by taking the call transcript, you are immediately ahead of having to go through the transcript manually, pull out the key data, and actually creating this personalized proposal. How can you make this better? First of all, you can use a better system than Google Docs. You can use something like PandaDoc, for example, to send customized proposals. You can expand on each point here through the prompts that you give in the AI module here. So you can give examples of specific things you want instead of just saying identify the key concepts and return them to me in JSON. You can remove anything that's not needed. So there's a lot that you can do as well. But as you can see, essentially it just takes 3 modules that automatically triggers, like when the call finishes, it automatically triggers this automation, and then you'll get a customized proposal at the end. Another thing to improve would be what to do with this data. So are you sending an email? Are you sending, yourself a Slack message or the right person on your team? So there's a lot you can do with this. What I wouldn't suggest is sending this directly to the client. So I would still and always give this a look before sending it over. But anyway, this is how I would build a customized proposal generator. And this will save a lot of time and effort from your end. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to learn how you can use AI and automation in your business, currently I'm offering free consultation calls to see which areas you are missing out on and give you ideas on how to improve these. So if this is something that makes sense for you, check out the link in the description for more information on this. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.